there has been a huge universal shift. I am specifically addressing those souls who originate from the first 12 master galaxies which were ever divinely created, and the 12 central suns, and the 12 sons and daughters of the divine who were the 12 high priests and high priestess of the same. At this momentous time, as the new earth is now fully integrated, and the full anchoring of the new golden age is now manifesting into form and being in the fifth and original seventh dimensional form, many of those souls who originally were born in these 12 master galaxies have now returned and indeed have incarnated since the first contingent of volunteer souls ushering in the Great Shift as part of the Indigo Children, and then later the Crystal and Rainbow Children and some more. Yet, what is happening now is that there has been a huge universal shift in that the keys and codes of the primordial first creation, which thus pertains of the first master galaxies and the 12 central suns and the suns beyond suns, are now fully activated in these souls, and as their backup teams from the intergalactic councils are there to assist them in hugely illumined ways. As I record in my 2 vital books recording the true history of this planet, Why I Was Born in Africa, the previously unrecorded history of Elysium and the Lion Kingdom, and France, the secret knowledge of Mary Magdalene, the Cathars, Templars, and Avalon, these 12 master galaxies were intricately involved with the co-creation of this planet billions of Earth years ago. Indeed, they are the cedar races, and their offspring indeed not only then created the first paradises on Earth, Elysium, and much later, after the Wars of Heavens, the Lion Kingdom, and then Avalon. Mu, Lemuria, and Atlantis only came many millions of Earth years later. With the keys and codes of the primordial creation now being activated, the immense portals have opened through direct divine intervention, as preordained to happen at this momentous time. This means the return of what was in the beginning as the new golden age rises, and the new human too. If you were one of those who originate from the 12 master galaxies as a soul, and my soul readings do provide these: Andromeda, Sirius, Orion, Pleiades, Cygnus, Arcturus, the Bear constellation, the Milky Way galaxy, etc. Some of these were blown up during the Wars of Heavens, but souls survived and were incorporated into the other 12. You will find that your highest primordial soul memory banks will now be activated as you remember the truth of who and what you in truth are. These also mainly belong to those soul groups who have indeed been those who always incarnated in times of huge upheavals and darkness to assist humanity to rise again and to bring enlightenment and wisdom, the illumined ones, the shining ones, the graces, the loving ones, the healing ones, amongst others. They form a cluster soul group, a merger of soul groups, and contain 144,000 souls. They have always taken on the role of master teachers, masters in whatever field of expertise they were called to express, and were leading lights to humanity in times of great darkness. We have now shifted beyond all which ever was into a totally new creation. Thus heed this, for these 12 master galaxies will make themselves known in a myriad of ways. They hold the nucleus of the universal councils and the intergalactic federation and intergalactic councils, and they indeed are overseeing this process now in full force. This means that even 12th dimensional cosmic masters are now here to add their wisdom and expertise to this all. As you read this, your soul's keys and codes will be fully activated, even if your mind boggles and goes into overdrive. Allow the heart and soul to know in the deepest knowing, and know that since the first 12 master galaxies were born, many others were born, and many of you then originate from those newer creations. Yet the Milky Way galaxy has been involved from the very beginning. This is unprecedented, and it is not only happening to planet Earth, but indeed on universal levels. For the first time, we are being returned, or rather reborn, in a totally new and much higher version of the first creation, and surpassing this. Life on this planet now will never be the same again. Behold, I make everything new. The path to power is a strange one. Those who are driven by greed and the need to dominate misuse the Earth's resources. They ignore the call of the divine within that guides them to serve the greater good. Their actions spring not from the heart of unity, but from fear and separation of their altered ego. Those, on the other hand, who view the goal of power as an increase in perception and spiritual awareness, join themselves with the flow of God. The more they embrace the unity of all life, the more they evolve their consciousness and embody their true divine self. From the perspective of the true master, war is not an option, not as a tool for learning, nor as a viable opportunity for growth. Eventually, we will join with you in a more tangible way, and the long, dark night that has separated us for so long will be over. Together, we will create our dream of a new, wondrous world where only love and grace reside. Soon, those who hold the reins of manipulative power on this planet will be completely removed. Understand that they are aware that their time of control is coming to an end. The Creator has already taken this precious planet back into His embrace, and you are now under the jurisdiction of the great central sun. These rulers know very well that the decree to end their dominance has been issued from the great central sun. Nevertheless, out of desperation, they cling to the hope that they may succeed in a last attempt for total world control and domination. Recognize that they are ready to risk everything in an attempt to delay a little longer their day of accountability. Without any evidence of crimes, they are still accusing others in order to validate their own actions. Without the support of the rest of the world, they go ahead with their plans, but know in your hearts, my precious friends, the time of ruthless patriarchal dominance is coming to an end. They will soon be accountable for their actions against humanity. Be aware that their fears are far greater than yours. That is why they are so determined to play their last card. And I do mean